Yes, so basically, I'm a brand new grad pharmacist. I transitioned to private sector in the Bronx, and so I took an SP role. And basically, the previous SP there used a note log, basically pen and paper to, jot down the history of all the controls. And so for me, that was very a lot of tedious in terms of like writing things down. And also it can also cause, because when there's a discrepancy, it also is a little bit messy, in terms of tracking wise. So the reason why I was looking for C2 Vault is because it's very organized in the sense that just like PrimeRx, you can look up something really quick electronically. Same thing with C2 Vault. If you want to look up an RX number, you can just type in the RX number. You have to manually put it in, but it's easier to track. In terms of, so as a pharmacist, I like C2 Vault because it's very clean. It's very easy to track, and there's a HIPAA compliance to C2 Vault as well. So it's very organized in comparison to using pen and paper. The site is as organized as you make it. So if you have your whole team using C2 Vault, they're all on the same page in terms of how you're using it, then all your counts should be exact. It's not like PrimeRx where everyone's billing everything. The counts are all over the place. This is strictly only just to manage your controls. And as long as you have everybody in the same page on that, then your inventory should always match. Today we live in like a world where everything is done electronically. When you're in a busy pharmacy, you don't have time to go make sure like the counts are correct in terms of backtracking, like, oh, why is my counts off? It's really cumbersome to do all that. So with this website, I can easily just print out a label from whatever RX label that PrimeRx does for, let's just say, an oxycodone. I can see the RX, I can see the quantity, everything, and I'll put all that information into the website, and it'll basically track everything, and it'll create a timestamp that I did it. Everyone has their own user account, so you can put one for pharmacist, supervising pharmacist. You can put one for a tech. If you have the owner, you can put them as admin, and you can also give them certain privileges of what they can do. So that basically helps control, makes your website even more secured, in terms of who can manage what. I think I'd also like to add too, this is good for C2s, but I also, in my store, I have my technicians use it for, so I only do the C2s, but I have my technicians do C3s to C5s. So it's also good in the sense that if technicians are using this website, you can check on PrimeRx, all right, who counted what, and then you can do a double check on C2 Vault. Okay, this technician specifically counted this control. So in terms of backtracking, it's very helpful in that sense to do that.